Pen pals. So remember I told you I finished my screenplay. It is a feature. It is a thriller, psychological thriller, a lot of drama. And I wanted it to be about 110 pages. Okay. When I finished writing, it was 128 pages. And so I needed to do a revision, not just because I wanted to trim the pages, but also because I wanted to make sure that I was trimming fat, right? I wanted to make sure that things were making sense. This is an accountability check-in. Now, you guys already know I do a lot of work before I write. I do the Pixar formula. I do the Who Am I character bios. I do the goals worksheet so that I can make my protagonists active in what they're actually trying to do. And I do the roadmap, which gives me a beat sheet and an outline. Okay. And then I send the outline for notes, and then I revise the outline. And then and only then do I go to script. So by the time I got to the script, the story is intact. Only my dialogue can mess it up, right? So, but I wanted to go back through it to make sure that it was still all making sense. But my biggest thing was trimming it, which means I had to let go of a few moments. I didn't let go of big scenes, right? Because then there would be a hole in the story. So some of this is me just understanding that this story takes a lot to tell. There are a lot of pieces in motion because it's revealing a large mystery. But sometimes I was being heavy-handed. Sometimes I was being too wordy, right? This is not creative writing, okay? Be concise, Shannan. So I had to look at some things and say, how can I make these 3 words into one? I also looked at the orphans. And anytime there was a sentence that only had 1 word on a line, I had to figure out how to rewrite that sentence. Sometimes that meant losing the sentence because on my second read, which I did not read through until weeks later. So that's the key, right? I finished the screenplay and I put it to the side. It was my intention to start revising immediately, but my schedule did not allow that. So I took a couple of weeks off. So when I came back to it, I realized, Shannan, you're being heavy-handed in this scene. The context is there. You can lose this sentence and nothing changes. You can lose this parenthetical because a lot of times we're using parentheticals to tell the actors what to do. Guess what? If the context is there, you don't have to tell the actor what to do because as a creative, they're going to come to the story and understand the context and then deliver the line accordingly. Also, the director is going to tell them if they need them to do it differently. It really doesn't matter what you have on the page. So there were places where I could lose parentheticals, lose lines of action, and there were also places where I could lose dialogue, right? If I leave that line of dialogue in there, does it hurt anything? No. If I take it out, does it hurt anything? No. Then why is it there? Take it out. There were also a couple of moments that just felt good to me. I really liked them. And I had to remind myself this will not be the only screenplay I write. So if you remove it and nothing changes, then you don't need it, no matter how nice it is. But that only happened maybe once where I felt like this is a moment I really want to keep in here. But in order to make my page count, I need to remove it. And if I could get that information in some other way or whatever, because really, if I can be honest, there isn't anything in my script that isn't doing work, right? So if it was there, it was doing some work. But the question is, could I make something else do double work? Is there a place where I'm already doing the work and this is just redundantly doing the work, right? Okay, then remove it. I say all that to say I'm patting myself on the back because I lost 8 pages. 8 pages. So now I'm at 120 and there's nothing wrong with being at 120. I just don't want to be at 120, but I really don't see a space to lose 10 more pages unless there's literally a part of the story that I am setting up and paying off that is totally unnecessary. There's no way I'm losing 10 pages. But that's why I'm now going to send it to 3 people to get their feedback. Because once I'm able to look at what the 3 people said and find the things that are consistent or find the things that jump out at me, like right now, there's nothing in my script that I am specifically looking to work through or change. So this is really just going to be, what do you guys think and what am I missing? right? This is not, oh, they said that, and yeah, man, I was thinking that too. Thank you so much. Like, I'm not in that place. I've done a whole lot of work up until now. So for me, it's just, what does everybody else see and feel when they read it? Is it in doing the thing that I intended to do? That's what I'm looking for. So I'm excited to send this off and get their thoughts and their feedback by Thanksgiving so that I can then revise one more time. And like I said to y'all before, I'm out of that thing. After I revise, I'm out of that thing. So what are the steps after that? So I already told you that I am going to start working on another screenplay, but I'm also going to start getting my pitch materials ready for this script. I'm also going to do a vision board. I've never done that before, but it's just really, it's some images are sitting in my head. It's less of a mood board because I'm not trying to tell the cinematographer and the director what to do. Though in my pitch deck, I will give tone, right? But I'm going to make a vision board because I know who I want to participate in this film, not just the actors, but even on the producer level. And so it's just been kind of weighing on me and I can kind of see it in my head. So I'm going to make one of those. And then I'm also going to do my pitch deck. And in my pitch deck, of course, we're going to talk about story. We're going to talk about characters. We're going to talk about cast that I want because I'm actually going to try to get this made. But I also need to talk about budget. So I got to do some research. I got to look at my comps. But I also just have to kind of see, like, what are these actors costing right now? These particular actors on the level that they are. What is their rate right now? Because that's where a lot of the money is going to be going to them, as it should. And to my director. I have a director in mind. I'm so excited about it. So I really, really, really hope that I can get them. But, you know, I'm glad that you guys are coming on this journey with me because right now I'm not writing for no reason. This next thing that I write is going to go out to somebody too. Right? So I am building my strategy and then I'm going to execute that strategy. So that's what's going to be happening over the next couple of months while I'm also writing my next screenplay. So where are you in your writing? Happy writing. And that's it. Want more content? Like, subscribe, and for notifications. Get notes on your script that get you unstuck at www.theprofessionalpen.com. I'm out.